Hello, hello, hello. It's Turning My Gravel coming to you from Chicago as usual. And I got good stuff. Big shout out to Tommy V in Michigan. He was on fire this morning. He sent me all sorts of good stuff. Also got a clip from Woot Woot, and it's all good stuff. This is the angriest Karen I've ever seen. It's something to behold. Let's do it, shall we? Oh, first we kick it off with our good friend Carlos of the family Durham, who's still making a nuisance of himself.
Alexander Kirkman on behalf of the people, P86282.
Simon T355969.
Please state your full name for the record, please. Okay, we are on the record. This is the people of the state of Michigan versus Carlos Lorenzo Durham.
It could have been filed prior to that without the 22 bankruptcy case being closed. I'm not a bankruptcy expert, nor am I a judge, as that's been established. Oh, and here's Ms. Stevenson logged in again. And so the court will have her place her name on the record in just a moment. Well, I'll continue until she joins the meeting. It says she's joining. And, oh, there we go. Okay, Ms. Stevenson? Can you please unmute?
I'm sorry about that. I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah.
hopefully you have better connection right now. Okay, so the court will note the so I was just going through the procedural history, and based upon your 22 bankruptcy case, your case was dismissed March 6th of 2023, but the final decree and the closing of the case wasn't until April 25th of 2023. And it indicates that the order, the United States Bankruptcy Court, Eastern District of Michigan, Southern Division, Detroit, signed by Judge Maria Axel, the United States bankruptcy judge, indicates that the matter was scheduled for hearing on March 6th of 2023. And an oral motion to dismiss by the Chapter 13 trustee was not opposed by the debtors who were present or counsel represented them. It was dismissed for poor pay history, which was 0%. And therefore the case was dismissed and automatic stays issued were terminated. The court will also note that the documentation that was submitted by Ms. Stevenson to the court indicated that there was a skeletal bankruptcy petition that was filed.
It gets much worse.
And Ms. Stevenson, what date was that skeletal bankruptcy petition filed? You're muted, just so you know you're muted. Please unmute. I'm sorry, what?
What are you talking about?
Well, your attorney on your 23 bankruptcy case filed a skeletal bankruptcy petition. What date was that filed?
It was filed completely. I don't know what that word means that you're saying to me. What is skeletal?
I'm reading from the document that you sent to the court. Your attorney stated that they completed a bankruptcy analysis.
The document that I sent is...
Excuse me. Please stop interrupting the court, because we can't record more than one person at a time.
You're not asking me a question. You're asking me a question. Let me ask.
Ms. Stevenson is no longer on here. She dropped off. The court did not remove her. I'm just making that a record right now.
Oh, she's back, baby.
Ms. Stevenson, please unmute.
You
Look at
guys
that.
would not let me say anything in this courtroom.
Just one moment. Just one moment. Your connection has not been good. And when you start answering a question, I'm not hearing everything you're saying, so I'm asking you to stop talking.
Okay,
so
well,
that
I'm
you can-
talking right now. I am talking right now,
Excuse me.
Your Honor. I'm talking.
No, you're not talking. I just muted you. Now, please stop, because I see that you're still talking. You can continue to waste your breath. I muted you because your connection is poor.
She is going
I
to town.
cannot hear what you're saying because it's breaking up.
Look at that psycho look. And people actually have the gall to ask why men stop dating. Right here. Exhibit 8,432,000. There you go.
So, have you moved to a new location? Have you moved to a location that you have better connection? Just so you know, I muted you, so you'll have to unmute.
I'm gonna type you in chat. Since you can't hear me, I'm gonna type you in chat.
I'm sorry, what is that?
I'm going to type you in chat.
No, we don't have chat enabled, ma'am. You cannot send a
Okay.
message via chat.
Well, I'm letting you know. I'm not supposed to be here. My bankruptcy has been filed.
No, ma'am, that is not
My
accurate.
bankruptcy has been filed. You guys
Excuse
come
me.
to the bankruptcy and do anything or try to use anything that is on my record. I don't care. It does not be on my record.
Excuse me, you need to calm down. Excuse me, you need to calm down, ma'am.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm an attorney. I'm supposed to be here.
Okay, Ms. Stevenson, excuse me.
Right.
Well, the court muted Ms. Stevenson because we can't catch much of what she's saying. Ms. Stevenson, stop talking. Stop talking. We cannot get what you're saying on the record because you're screaming and you don't have a good connection. So stop talking, please. Stop talking.
Really
Stop
is that
talking.
simple.
You are
Stop. I am not one of your children, ma'am, so you need to stop. You are speaking to a court. You are in court, so you need to have some respect for the court. So, as I was saying, Ms. Luckoff, there is not another case that Ms. Stevenson filed in 2022. The court will note that, actually, Ms. Luckoff, can you pull up the names, the bankruptcy court filing to see when this,
Okay, I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on this, but just for those of you who are wondering what's going on, she has an action pending against her. She files for bankruptcy. That puts out what's called a bankruptcy stay on other actions, so that people can't try to collect from you while you're in the process of filing bankruptcy. If she is done with the bankruptcy and somebody has a debt and it wasn't discharged in the bankruptcy, now they can resume. That's what's going on here. And you know, she's just screaming at the judge. There you go. There's the quick version.
bankruptcy petition was filed, please?
This
See if it
newest
was
one?
before May 3rd? Yes.
Okay,
The
yeah,
case number is 23-44007.
okay.
Look at that face. Oh my God. Yeah,
Okay, this says
that's straight
Date
up contempt, but we'll get there.
filed 4/30/2023.
Or,
Oh, I know how it happens.
Oh, excuse me, 4/30, Your Honor, 4/30.
on a Sunday?
That's what it says. Let me just,
Okay.
I'm gonna open the petition here. See what we have here. If that comports. Yes, it says 4/30/2023.
Okay. All right, so what the court will note, counsel, is since there was not or since there was only one case filed in 2022, well, actually, I'm sorry. When you open up the case, does it show if there is any motion that was filed along with the petition?
Let me look here. Okay, so it says petition, statement of social security number. I won't read you the whole thing, but let's see, motion. No, notice of missing documents. There's no, I do not see a motion, Your Honor.
Okay, so,
You guys mess with me if you want to.
excuse me,
I'm
stop
letting you know this
interrupting me.
now. I'm letting you
Ms.
know this
Stevenson,
now.
I'm letting you know to stop interrupting the court or you will be held in contempt of court. Stop, stop, stop. The court is going to state that the petition was filed on April 30th. So there's 14 days to file the balance of what needs to be filed, which puts it to May 14th. And so, counsel, because there was only one action filed in 2022, there is a 30-day automatic stay that was triggered. So I cannot enter a judgment stay, but what I will do is I'm only going to set this out for 2 weeks, well, less than 2 weeks, because I'm going shortly after the 14 days by which the balance of the documents need to be filed or the bankruptcy is dismissed. I'm not going out 30 days right now. So the 30th day would be on May 14th. We don't have a docket on May 19th because of the mandatory judicial conference. So counsel, are you available on May 16th at 1:30 in the afternoon?
I will make myself available, Your Honor.
And we are doing this in person.
The only thing I need to confirm, give me 1 second, is I have an in-person.
Agreed,
Nope,
Melissa.
that's on the 15th. Okay.
That's why I
You
tell
guys
everybody to stay away
contact
from
my lawyer.
everybody.
Excuse me, Ms. Stevenson, your lawyer has not filed an appearance here at all. So
He
your
will.
lawyer doesn't have, excuse me, then that's fine. Then your attorney will know how to proceed. You need to be here in person on May 16th at 1:30 p.m.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because she wants to hold you in contempt, and it's harder to do while you're on Zoom. She wants to see if you're going to run your mouth like that with a bailiff standing next to you, can put cuffs on you.
Because the court is going after the 14 days. We're setting this after the 14 days to make sure
Yeah, that too, I
if the
suppose.
bankruptcy case is still proceeding or if it's been dismissed. So that is why the court is set
Why will
this for May 16th. Stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting me. May 16th at 1:30 p.m.
I will not be there.
Well, if you're not here, the court will proceed without you. You can have your attorney present, but you need to
Right, that's better. If you're not there, you'll have a default judgment entered against you, and it'll make this whole thing much more streamlined.
also be present. So May 16th at 1:30 p.m. in person at the courthouse here. Thank you. We're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I won't be here.
If you haven't hit like and subscribe, I just want you to know that you're hurting Jack's feelings.
All right, on Genevieve Pinter.
Oh, this is good. You know, we love Judge Boyd around here. She's got her flowers. She's got her handbag. Don't worry, it's Judge Boyd. But she is in no mood for this defendant. It's fun.
Who's the attorney for Genevieve Pinter? All right, Pinter, come forward. Yes. Okay, thank you.
You know, on John Deaver, nobody answered, so I sent him emails.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna call them so that I can get you a specific date.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so she's asking, thank you so much. All right. All right, so there's a request for early termination on your case, I'm not inclined to give you early termination. I mean, what you did was awful. And there's a concern with you working.
I just like it. I like her opening. I'm not inclined to do this. What you did is awful. Let's start the baseline here. And the hearing will proceed from there.
With the
She's right,
elderly,
by the
which
way.
is what I put in here, that you're not allowed to have any work with vulnerable persons, any elderly people. So you want to be terminated early. Why should I do that?
Because, I mean, yes, I understand what I did was wrong. But I've never violated probation. I've never failed a drug test. I hold a steady job.
Oh, we go there.
And it's not even in the medical field anymore. I've been doing good. I know what I do. I just want to put this past me and then just move forward with myself, better myself for my kids and myself.
Kids or baby goats? I wish people would stop
My
using.
children.
Thank you. I wish people would stop using the word kids for children. The complainant wants to move forward too, but you know why the complainant can't really move forward? They don't have their engagement ring. So where's their engagement ring?
I'm not sure.
Find their engagement ring,
Yeah,
and then maybe
that's
I'll
annoying.
consider early termination.
I agree.
It was, I don't know what they said, what happened with it, but I know it was, from my understanding, it was pawned in the pawn shop or something.
Well, I mean, this is an engagement ring that you're responsible for. So what do you mean? You're saying you're understanding that it was pawned in the pawn shop. You're acting like some phantom did that. Who pawned it in the pawn shop?
Myself.
All right. So where is their engagement ring? They want their engagement ring. You're before me saying you want your probation terminated early because you're ready to move on with your life. She wants her engagement ring. And since this is an elderly person, that means that engagement ring, they probably had it since who knows where, how long. And that engagement ring cost that person $15,000. And how much did you pawn it for?
I don't even remember. It's been a few years now.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. You commit a crime. And for you, it's like, oh, I'm done. I don't even remember.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I'm not giving you early termination. You're going to do every bit of the 8 years that you're on for this probation. And you need to sit and think about the engagement ring that you stole from an elderly person when they allowed you into their home to take care of them. And you.
I have another video of Judge Boyd, and she's got a special place in her heart for engagement rings, and I understand why. That particular one is somebody who stole an engagement ring from somebody, but it is terrible, and it's just it's such a personal violation beyond just money. I know why she hates it. I agree with her, but do not go before Judge Boyd if you took someone's engagement ring.
You went and pawned it, and you're walking around enjoying your best life, wearing eyelashes that are too long. I don't know why people are doing that. I think that's a new style or something, but no. So you are not going to be off of probation early. So probation, please tell probation officers to quit submitting me documentation asking for her to be taken off early. I'll only truly consider taking you off probation early if you return her $15,000 engagement ring that you took to some pawn shop and they probably gave you maybe $200 for it. She wants her engagement ring back, and you should want her to have it back. And then until you internalize what you did to her, an elderly person allowing you into their home to work and you stealing their engagement ring, you have learned nothing on probation. That's all. The answer is no.
Okay, that being no.
All right, so
Your request is denied and your eyelashes suck. Thank you for playing. This guy, in his way, is worse than the Karen. Lest you think I don't think men are capable of it. This guy is horrific.
this is case number. Oh, no, this is not that. Where's that case? Okay, hold on.
1512.
1512. Oh, that's Mendelsohn Orthodontics.
Thank you.
No, I'm looking for Pioneer versus Toma. Okay, here we go. All right, so,
Yep.
okay. This is case number LT 231313, Pioneer Apartments versus.
I'm warning you, this isn't happy hour. This is cranky hour. This should set you up for happy hour later. Because after this, you're going to need one.
Freddie Toma.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Harold Goodstein, P24300, on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, good afternoon. And Mr. Toma, come on up and tell us your name.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Freddie K. Toma.
Okay, and we are here today for, something's wrong with this thing. This is a landlord-tenant termination of tenancy case. So basically what it means, Mr. Toma, is that the landlord is not seeking any rent at this time or any money whatsoever. They're just seeking to regain possession of the property. So that's what they want. And I'm looking at the.
I was gonna ask you if I sent you prior.
Yeah, I see a package of things from you.
I just thought to give it to you in advance so you can get an idea of what.
But this is a lease expiration situation apparently.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're just not gonna renew the lease.
No, that's not what I was contesting from the outside.
Okay, but what are you contesting, sir? Because all they want you to do is move.
Yeah, I have no problem. What happens?
But then there's no other issue though.
No, we had an agreement. What happens is when they gave me 30 days notice at the last minute, I wrote to them, was doing winter December. I said to them, hey, it took me 6 months to find this place. I'm disabled.
Right.
I promise if you give me till May, it doesn't mean I'm going to stay till May. If I should find something, I'll be more than happy to move. Now, if you see, it's only 5.5 MCL 4 1.33. They didn't file not paying rent or complain, or I've been a model tenant. No.
So none of that matters.
No,
if you don't have a lease and they choose not to give you a lease, they can give you a 30-day notice, and you could do the same thing. You could say, well, I don't have a lease and I don't want to stay here anymore.
I'm arguing with you. I agree with you. That's why I spoke to Mario with the legal show.
Right. So what is your issue, sir? Because I don't have time to go through a bunch of things that we're not dealing with
Well, I'm trying to tell you, I have proof.
Proof of what?
That what do you call that? I gave them a notice. I sent it to them on 24. I have copies, the letter and email.
No, you gave them a notice for what?
No. I was telling you, I did find a place finally because I.
Okay, well, when is you moving to your place?
Yeah, it's right here, so you don't have to take my word. It's right there.
When are you gonna move? What's the date?
They gave me a target date, May the 7th, but because of HUD, I can show you. And on the top.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I gave them, when I said.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Make it easy. When can you move? When will it be ready?
Believe me, it's
give me a date. This is the Mr. Toma. This is so easy. You just got to tell me the date that you think your place is.
If I can move tomorrow, don't take my word. Here's they're paying even what I'm saying. Community housing is pending only inspection. The manager, everything is going to approve. I can show you. I would have moved this Saturday. But the countertop, because of HUD.
Sir, we're going to give you time to move. I'm just asking you how much.
You know what? I asked originally to May the 30th. If you give me the latest, I'm the 24th. That means I've already gone. I can give them not only the keys, the apartment clean.
What date was that?
The latest.
Usually the statute says 10 days. I can give you more than that, but I can't give you like months.
No, not months.
Well, what's the date?
I give them. I call a notice from the 24th. I gave them to the 24th, the most.
You want to move it by the 24th?
I should be gone by 24th. I'm just saying, just to have a buffer. But that doesn't mean. I told them. They know. I cannot wait to leave them. That's another matter. Counter sue, what happened? I brought so much damages in here.
Well, okay, sir. So it sounds like, Mr. Toma, that you're not objecting to them terminating the tenancy. You just want some time to move. Is that right? So I could enter a judgment.
Well, that's what I'm trying to avoid, Your Honor, because I never had an eviction in my life. It was never about the rent. They didn't want to renew.
It's not about the rent now. It's just about getting you out. And they want a judgment, so they
can we avoid that by giving you my
Well, you have to ask the lawyer.
I sent them already
Okay, so here he says the first reasonable thing through all of this crazy. He says the first reasonable thing, I want to avoid a judgment. Okay, that may or may not be possible. But then finally we get to a point where the judge is like, I can try to help you with that. I think she does a really good job all the way through the hearing. She's trying to broker a deal. That's always best. Most judges worth their salt are trying to do that. It doesn't work, but she's trying, and she has a lot of patience. I think it's the first time I've seen this judge. Maybe not. She looks familiar. Whatever. She's doing her best here.
Okay, hold on. Mr. Goodstein, he says
Yes.
he wants to move by the 24th and that he wants to avoid getting a judgment.
Because
So
they
I
were not
don't-
listening.
wait, I don't need you to say anything.
I apologize.
Mr. Turner,
I apologize.
just let me talk to the lawyer.
My condition is
Oh,
panic
Mr.
attack.
Okay, hold on. Don't panic.
Well, that's my medical.
Try not, just take some, well, hold on. Take
Medical
some
condition.
deep breaths.
No, that's why I'm just my medical condition is.
I get it. So why don't you
Okay.
just
Sorry.
breathe?
I'm an honest person. I would never
We
like
know.
to get
We
judgment to
understand
God.
that.
Okay.
Just breathe and calm down. Just, that's all I'm saying. Look, you're better
I've been
already.
telling you the truth. You know.
Sir, no one is saying you're not telling the truth. That's not even an issue. I believe you.
Thank you.
So I just want to ask the lawyer, because we could adjourn this till like maybe 22nd that month.
No, you may not.
Just give me a German. That's all I'm asking. And then I'll be done
And
by
if he
then.
doesn't move by that Monday, then, we could enter an eviction. So that'd be the 22nd instead of the 24th.
That's fine. Beautiful.
I would object to that, Your Honor.
Okay. He doesn't want to do it.
Nope,
Okay,
we don't
so-
believe him. Your Honor, if I could speak for a minute, if he'd let me speak.
Sure, go ahead.
Your Honor, we started a termination against him in November when his lease expired. He contacted us and begged us for some more time, said he would move voluntarily, but he needed a few more months. He didn't move, so on March 13th, we filed this case for termination of tenancy.
Yeah, it's what I thought. This attorney does a nice job. He sits there and waits his turn. Then he says, "Look, we've been trying to do this since November. The guy's full of it. He's just running a grift here so that he can get more time. It's as simple as that." Guy's client's bottom left and says, I'm not interested in a continuance form because the guy's been saying he's going to move out for 6 months now.
He has no lease. He's told us he's going to move out over and over and over again. He doesn't move. I'm not at liberty to adjourn this. We want a judgment, and we'd like to writ in 10 days. If he wants to stretch it a few days, he said he could be out. At one point, he said he could be out tomorrow, but he kept changing the date. The 10 days would be, I believe,
It's the 15th.
it's the 15th. Maybe we could stretch it through that week and make it the 19th. Or the 18th or the 19th, but that's about the best that I'm able to do. But there's no reason to adjourn this. There's no defense. He admits he's moving, and I'd ask that the judgment enter today.
He just doesn't want a judgment. That's what he wanted.
Well,
No,
he should have moved out before we got to this point then. After he moves, he can call up and ask if we would vacate it or file a satisfaction. But at this point, we're entitled to a judgment, and I'd like it entered.
He's not giving me a chance to speak. Okay, go ahead.
He was talking. You can't get a chance to speak.
I thought
when
you
somebody
finished. I'm
else
sorry.
is talking.
Okay.
He said that what he would be willing to do is if he enters the judgment, because that's their little insurance card that they can get you out, is the judgment. But if you move, he said all you gotta do is call him and he will set aside the judgment and dismiss the case.
I didn't say I would set it aside. I said I would ask my client if it's okay that I could, if he moves out in conjunction with the order.
I thought I heard you say you vacate the judgment.
No, I said he can call up and request that we do it. I don't know that he's going to move voluntarily by that day. We may have to order a writ. There may be problems with the apartment. There could be a lot of issues that would stop that, Your Honor.
This guy is rock solid. This attorney's he's not getting emotional about it, but his position makes all the sense in the world.
He can request it, and I would ask my client if it's okay.
Sir, let me say this. This is the day I got to make a decision.
No, I know, but I
got to decide.
got to dispute what he said in regard to giving me time and promise. I never did. You saw the letter. I said winter time, It took me 6 months to move in here, please, I need at least till the, May the 30th, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna wait till the 30th. If I can find something by tomorrow, I promise you guys to live. It's in the letter, certified, as you can see it in there, I gave it to you. Then what they did,
Yeah, stop talking about your case, please.
they cashed it. Then they cashed the second, they cashed December, then they annulled and forfeited the 30 days notice. It's right there. I have the copies. Did you see the check?
Okay.
So then they wrote back, they said, okay, we'll give you 4 months instead of 6, providing that you pay us the 154 that you ruled last time. I know you remember, I have it in here. It said case withdrawal and case dismissed. I told them I'd be more than happy to pay the court fees, 154. But it was dismissed. We never saw the judge because they rushed to get the rent when in fact they were paid. When I told them that, Your Honor, that's what made them get upset. I've been there 3 years, paying them on time, no problem. Nobody has complained, no police, no nothing, you name it. I have them on a video once attacked right there, the gentleman.
None of this is an
Your
issue.
Honor, all I'm asking is, I know what he says. I am giving you my word, it's not me, it's the community housing and the new Baptist manor.
Denise, just go get what he has, please.
Yeah, it's right here, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Thomas.
Baptist manor gave me a target date, May the 1st.
Can you just stop talking? Because if you talk, I won't be able to understand what I'm reading, because it's gonna
I
distract
thought
me.
I gave you a copy of it earlier.
Okay, but
Sorry.
that's okay. Let me just read it.
And then you'll see the third page. Sorry. No, there's also the new.
I asked you to be quiet, just so I can read it. 2 seconds, just 2 seconds. Hold on. Just let me read it.
I
What
just
you
don't like
got?
him to call me a liar, that's all.
He's not, okay. We're just gonna clarify what's going on. Okay. All right, this letter is from May 3rd, just a couple days ago, from Community Housing Network. And it's written to whom it may concern. It's signed by the short-term programs manager as well as the clinical
She literally has to read out loud because if she leaves any open space, he is compelled to run his mouth. That's why she's doing this.
director of short-term programs. What they say is that Mr. Toma did apply for Michigan State Development Authority Oakland County Emergency Solutions Grant Prevention Program and has completed the paperwork. It provides security deposit assistance, pending program eligibility, and funding availability. Upon getting approved for housing and completion of the Housing Quality Standards Inspection, Community Housing Network's ESG program will submit a financial request to assist with the security deposit. The assistance is dependent on funding availability and the participants' continued eligibility. Fred Toma is responsible for rent, utilities, and any other payments and fees. And they give a phone number, so it looks like you've applied to get a security
Now, if you
deposit.
read the new Baptist manor, the 3rd page, you will see that I've been approved. They got a credit check, and how much is gonna be my end? It's a low housing income. You'll see it.
Your Honor, all this is irrelevant. This is a termination at the end. The lease is over and we want possession.
He's trying to make an argument as to why he needs additional time.
Because they told me I.
Sir, oh my goodness.
They told me I could.
You can't let me help you, can you?
But he's.
I don't care what he said.
Okay.
You just need to button your lip.
You're right, you're the judge, I'm sorry.
You're just gonna overtalk me.
I know, no, I'm
And
sorry.
I'm trying to help you by
I'm just
figuring out
doing
what
this,
you're
that's
talking about.
I believe it, I didn't mean to.
You're worried about him. He's doing his job. His job is to advocate on behalf of his client, and he does it well.
I understand. But just, I'm nervous, that's all.
So let me look and see what you got. So, looks like, who was Epsilon Building?
That's not this manor, they have two buildings, it's called Alpha and Omega and Epsilon. It's under the offices of.
Is that this landlord or a different landlord?
No, that's a new landlord that I found a place.
That's
He gave
the
me
new
target date,
landlord. Okay.
May the 1st. But they said pending on the countertop, wasn't finished.
So it looks like they're showing you with a monthly rental amount.
Right. I signed a lease. It's just waiting for.
Effective May 1st.
Right. They said, yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry, let him hear it, okay. I'm sorry.
Did you used to talk a lot when you were in
No,
elementary
it's just,
school?
Your Honor,
You did. And that teacher used to say to you,
can I say, nothing when I say.
Mr.
I have not
Fred, they
taken
probably
my-
called you
I
Fred.
have not
back then.
taken my medication.
Fred, just calm down.
I have,
Be quiet.
I have
I
almost
understand
a-
you're saying you got something going on and that you get a little
yeah,
nervous.
but I forgot to take my
You didn't take your
microphone.
medications?
I forgot because I wasn't, very good.
Well, just okay. It's okay. But we're gonna figure it
I
out.
never lied because I trust
We're
you
not
guys.
saying, okay, this hearing is gonna take all day.
No.
I don't have that kind of time.
I'm just telling you, if I lie to you, I'm lying to God. I would never do that.
No one is saying you're lying.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I just need to see what you got.
Okay.
That's all. Right, that's good, good. So what he's got here is a notification that he has a lease, and this is a lease amendment showing they're reducing the rent. It's supposed to be effective May 1st. It also says, okay, it tells about when his recertification is supposed to be. Then he has the letter that says his unit was available.
That's what they called me.
And his application was approved.
Thank you. Can I take a water? Is that okay? You want?
Yes, go ahead, get yourself some. Then, let's see, these are letters to me.
You're welcome.
And he also wrote a letter on April 24th to Pioneer saying that he wanted to request a walkthrough. He vacated, but you're still not really vacated, right? You're still there.
Right, I said, when I move, I'll be more than happy. And here's a copy of the letter that I said.
And they will give you a walkthrough. All right, so then, well, these are copies of the same thing.
To show that there is no damage whatsoever, and I swear to you, Your Honor, it's clean as a whistle.
Okay, well, it looks like Mr. Cookstein that he does have an apartment that he can move into. His thing that he's telling us today is that they just have to fix some countertops, is that it?
Right, and because otherwise the HUD wouldn't.
HUD wouldn't approve
Pending under
their
inspection.
funding. It has to be perfect for HUD, I get that.
Yeah, they said, this could happen next week, let's tell the judge, at least to give you 3 weeks just in case. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna move in. Tomorrow, if they call me, believe me, Your Honor, I'm leaving. I don't need to stay. Since they're not asking for money at this time because they know why. But I'm giving you my word, that it's not in my, I've been in contact with them, community housing assistant.
We see,
Your word's not worth anything, my friend.
She's in contact with
we
them.
see that. I believe you.
So I don't know why they want judgment. All I'm asking adjournment, and then you, by the 22nd, I'll be gone.
All right, he's getting an adjournment, that's that, because I can't, we're not coming back on this, he's gonna be gone. I'm clear on that, Mr. Goodstein.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. You cut out, Your Honor. What did you say?
I said, I'm just gonna adjourn it for a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
It looks like he's gonna be gone based upon what I read, the documents from the apartment complex and from Community Housing Network.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, he deserves a judgment that day. Yes, it's kind of frustrating, but this judge sees both sides. Most judges would do something like this, to be honest with you. I like her. I would prefer a judgment today, but she's trying to make this work. She will drop the hammer on him next time if it's not resolved, which I think is likely.
Thank you.
Well, what's your next date that you've got in a couple?
May 23rd at 1:30.
Yeah, May 23rd, 1:30.
I should be done by before then, I promise.
If you're not, a judgment's gonna get entered on that then.
What do you mean?
A judgment will enter if you're not gone.
No.
What you don't want will happen. If you're gone by that date, the case will be dismissed.
Right, that's what I was asking from your instruction. If I move before then, can I come
If
to
you
you?
move before then, you better tell Mr. Goodstein here
Be a certified or
so
call?
that they can look over the apartment, see you're gone, and he'll dismiss the case.
Yeah, I requested a walkthrough. So what's the best way to?
I don't work for them.
I know, Mr. Ghosting, would you, well, prefer I call you and the management, one of Brenda or
He's
Olga?
requested a walkthrough letter already.
Because I want to show on my side I didn't damage anything. Can hear him, stop him.
You're fine.
You're on mute, Mr. Goodstein.
Okay, we're not going to respond to that till after he vacates For the record, I am objecting to this adjournment, and if we have to appear on the 23rd and he hasn't moved out, I would like the court to entertain Cross for having to appear again, because
Perfectly reasonable and appropriate request.
it means he misrepresented once again that he's moving out.
Okay, I'll entertain it. Mm-hmm. Sir, you understand? He's asking me to entertain costs.
Yep.
So you got to be gone. Listen to me.
Yes.
You have to be gone. No excuses.
No issue.
By the 23rd. If the cabinet tops are not gone, we're gonna have to sign a judgment to evict you.
I am telling you, that's not gonna be a problem. I'm trying to
I'm
find out.
just telling you, sir, there's no question. No more adjournments. You'll have a judgment if you don't move by the 23rd.
Right, but
If you move,
but
case will be dismissed.
the adjournment you've given me, on what day so I can show you that I moved already?
You don't have to show me. You gotta show your apartment complex.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
If you want to come back here on the 23rd, you can. But Mr. Goodstein will dismiss. He don't want to come back.
Right.
So that's why you got to tell your apartment complex you moved. You got to turn in sir. Turn in the key.
Yes.
Give them a forwarding address and tell them I want to walk through on such and such date.
Well, you saw the letter that I was gonna send them.
Right. So if you do that, it should get dismissed before the next court date, and nobody has to come.
Okay, so is the 23rd the adjournment?
That's the date. Yes.
Yes.
23rd at 1:30.
Despite the last question, while I do that before the 23rd, can I still appear 23rd just for you to show you that I moved?
Now, if the case is dismissed,
Right.
no, you cannot come back.
But how can I trust him that when I
Can I move out and just come by anyway? No, we don't want you here. That would resolve the claims. That tells you all you need to know right there.
turn the keys within the walkthrough, that he would.
Then come back and see if he shows up.
There we go. The guy on the bottom left, after sitting through all this, raises his hand because he wants to be heard. He's not going to be, nor should he be. His attorney's handling it well. But that's the guy bleeding the money here. Just keep that in mind. The judge is aware of this, and she just thinks this is a reasonable resolution, and it is.
That's not what I'm asking.
Or you could call the court and see if a dismissal has been filed. You could do either one.
I just want to protect myself.
I get it, but you can do either one. You could call the court, see if they filed a dismissal, and if they haven't, you could come back on the 23rd at 1:30 and we'll see.
And all I'm telling you, when I do come, that means I was way gone, long gone. That's what I'm saying. I just needed time for them to finish the countertop. That's what was solving it, because of hard inspection.
I get it. Okay, your case is done for the day, sir. We don't need to talk about it anymore. We'll give you a notice for the 23rd at 1:30.
Just want to bring one thing.
No, we're
close.
done.
No, you're close downstairs. I
Just one thing.
Her name is, one of them was more, your clerks are not only wonderful, they're professional. I just want you to know they've been guiding.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. They try.
I thought to bring
Good job.
professional, and I want to commend them to you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And plus, your
My assistant,
called me personally. That means a lot to me, especially for you to tell her that. I just want you to know, thank you, Your Honor, for accommodating me to appear. And
You're
I
so welcome.
forgive me, what you see today is, I haven't taken my medication,
here's his documents.
and it just, I'm trying to comply. I've done everything within my power, Your Honor. You gotta understand, being disabled to run here and there, it's not like I can do it.
Well, I get it, but you gotta hurry up now and be done because
Oh, I
we
get
got other people with cases. We gotta.
I give you my word, it's done, so as soon as I moved, I just need to set up, how do we set up the walkthrough? That's all I'm asking.
Go to the apartment complex, to the
That's the
manager.
manager right there, is
Well,
that
then
him?
call him after this court hearing, and he'll tell you when he can set up the walkthrough for you.
And they hand the keys to the leasing manager.
Yes, hand the keys to whoever owns the place
Okay,
or is managing it.
take care of other cases. I thank you, I'm gonna be praying for you. Now I feel the ceiling is lifted.
Okay, good.
Rest assured,
It's
the
just as
apartment
bad.
is clean as a whistle, better than they gave it to me.
All right, sir. Thank you.
And I'm gonna take videos and pictures for my sake,
All
to
right.
show my
We
side.
gotta go off the record on your matter now, so don't talk anymore. Thank you, Mr. Goodstein. You don't have anything else, I don't think.
Thank you,
Don't talk
Judge.
anymore.
All right, bye-bye, man. All right, Mr.
So this is not a judgment, right? I just want to.
This is a notice to appear.
No, just a notice to appear.
Yeah, and then would be dismissal. That's it. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I didn't see my.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awful. I warned you. Instead of doing happy hour, I went a couple hours early and did cranky hour. It was fun in its way. All those clips were cranky. All of those, start to finish. Even Carlos, the family Durham, that was just him announcing himself, but that's no good. The Karen was absolutely out of control. I've never seen anything like it, and I've seen a lot. That was the unhappiest person I've ever seen. And she was just wrong about everything. But loud and proud. Then we have we even have sweet Judge Boyd who's had enough. She's not going to take it. I'm not releasing you from probation. And beyond that, I find you distasteful. Good stuff. Happy Friday. Everybody take care of yourselves. If you're gonna have fun, take an Uber. All right? I will see you all soon.